Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Alpha Centauri Let's Play. This is Northstar. I hope you folks are doing well. Sorry, headphone issues. Apologize for any sound that generated. Sometimes they can cause mic issues. So, here, I think I was all done with this turn. I was going to rush. Took a break before I tried to get some of the stuff uploading because I have way too many videos that we're seeing in my videos folder, and I really need to
Request confirmation.
1 for 12. No, it's an extra. It's 3 per mineral for the second row, and then this row, some of it's 3 and some of it's 2. Average is 2.5. But like the very last 4 are all at 2. Anyways, Ocean Stew grows soon. Mountain Command grows now. Then Ocean. Well, food in headquarters, I believe. Yep, okay. So, yeah, anyways, I'm here. I've been playing my turns somewhat too slow. I apologize. On COVID, I don't think that quickly, and I get sidetracked. And something some of you may have learned, well, here in case I see mind worms, and to keep an eye on that Spartan scout control, I have no chill button. Hopefully, whether that's micro or talking politics sometimes, I get on a tangent, or any academic thing. Sometimes you hear me speculating about the xenofungus or biology or social engineering choices, which are the politics of the game. Um, or or you get to go on in my own life. There's a lot of things. But I'm an intense person, always have been. It made me, as it happens, an excellent student at special master's program, and I was doing in clinical research because being very intense helped me to just take my studies very seriously, and I was getting straight A's until I was disabled with long COVID, and now my life is fucked. And I don't know if I'll ever cure this disease. Probably not, not because it's incurable, but because the money won't be put into research. So, trying to survive with my YouTube channel, getting to where I can monetize. Because welfare programs are being cut anyway. It's ironically doing the very thing that was like young men on the couch playing video games. I'm not on the couch. I'm not able-bodied because I'm disabled. And these games, the only possible way I can make enough money to live on, because if I was working, work incredibly few hours, because I would get severe post-exertional malaise. In fact, I would hit a wall with my energy. If I push back, that the post-exertional malaise get much worse. And if I keep pushing back past it, I get heart arrhythmias, and eventually I would die like a stroke if I really exceeded that. I cannot work a large number of hours a week. Heck, I can't even do that many videos a day. I burn myself out with 4 videos a day on average. It was like 3 hours because they're 45 minutes. Now I'm barely able to do 1 or 2 a day, and it'll probably be that way maybe a couple weeks. You guys won't know because I do buffers, so stuff comes out like clockwork. But uh, I do burn myself out. Anyhow, what's in this turn? Hopefully after I take out the Spartans, I can chill a little bit and just expand across the continent I have to myself. But like I said, I have no chill button. Forest expands near planetary trust.
Production complete.
Wish it would label the specific square. That would be helpful. At least in Civ 4, when forests grow, it would put a little icon on the tile for a little while. You could see. It'd be like a notification. Some point I'll do a Civ 4 Let's Play. Probably not base game. I think I might do Fall from Heaven 2, which is probably my favorite mod of that game, even though I used to get bullied by some absolute
Golden Age begun.
worm dogs and Realms Beyond forums playing that. They're assholes there. They even create their own balancing mod, which really is just pushing their own assumptions about what they think is the way the game should be balanced. I mean, there are bugs that had to be fixed and some balance issues multiplayer, but the people there are absolute narcissists, some of them. I mean, not all, but they're people who have risen to positions of social power and lord it over the others. I don't know how many of them are aware they're dealing with narcissists, because some people are not as, yeah. Mountain commands enter a golden age because they grew. Some people are just not aware of those things, but so they do get extra econ point from that. Yeah, I think that's the tile that just grew. Take a look at it in a sec. Our agency starts in the laser squads.
Complete.
I'll upgrade those to impact squads once I've probably stolen nonlinear mathematics from the Spartans. Forest agency did a rover. Let's see, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, because they had the rover go from there, but rolling moist. Yeah, I don't think I would have put a force there. That just grew. But that's how I'll eventually do farm solar panel. Or I could do farm condenser because Mountain Command could, excuse me, really use food surplus. It's stagnant right now. Condensers are necessary to lift the cap on nutrients for something. Yeah, no, if I did a farm, clear the forest, turn this into a 2-1 tile. Lose the energy, but get some minerals to World Health Organization earlier. It's not necessarily a good thing, though. Earlier instead of later. Maybe. Farmers are there, but they could just go due north. Maybe clearing that xenofungus on the way, so I don't have to keep a unit on it to prevent my worm spawns. Go right to the rolling rainy tile and just do a condenser there right away. Yeah, the base wouldn't start growing right away. Yeah. Oh, maybe it was there stuff grew? Because I don't remember there being a continuous blanket of forest all the way to defense command. Yeah, it probably was this flat and rainy tile. Or here. Yeah, because I don't know, did it double grow? What the heck? Anyways, the forest is growing wild around there, and I'm definitely gonna have to chop it back in a couple places for farms. Maybe just a farm there. Put off solar panels anyhow. I wouldn't want it with all the inefficiency I'll soon have. Not soon, but I have to emphasize minerals. I could use the form returns better on other things. I'll have to think about it. Anyways, headquarters built a recon rover. Mountain Command's golden age because of now reaching size 3. It means faster growth, but it's not growing. It means +1 energy on the base tile. So instead of 1, it's 2 energy from the base tile. Which actually does not go into waste. Could rearrange that to maybe get an extra lab point. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. What? The... How does this go to waste? I sworn... Does it change the calculations? Nowhere else can work that, so I guess... Yep, because I do need the minerals. Sorry with all this. Let me just do this off camera. Sorry about that. Really did have to look around a bit. Look at what I was doing here, which I'll have this condenser. Get 5 minerals right into Forest Agency. And I need to swap to the condenser, which gives me an econ point, 2 minerals, but 3 nutrients. Actually be there, so lose econ lab and 1 mineral. But yeah, gotta grow the space. It's currently 19 to grow. I guess I could wait a turn until it's 18, since it's gonna be 3. Get a little further on the recon rover sooner. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I had to look around. Like I said, I have no chill. Wiring agency builds transport. Good to know. So I'm probably gonna do here is a road, then a road up here. It's especially important now there's forest here, or I didn't notice before, because the rover's trying to come back here. Will sometimes be unable to do it, I think, if they only have 1 movement. I'm not sure about that, maybe not, but I seem to have locked this in at the cost before the forest was built. Fairly certain it would be 3 turns if I cancel and restart it on the road. So I'm going to do that, then come back to a condenser. So that'll be 4 plus 7 turns, because the 8th turn on the condenser will actually complete and get the yield the same turn, which means 11 turns. And that'll be my 7 of the 2 rows are 16, so with 9 nutrients to go, up to a surplus of 3. Cut it from 10 turns to grow to 4 at that point. Anyhow. Let's just wait on this. Wait, did something just move? stopped almost like something. No. This is being weird. That scout patrol is just not moving. Weird. Da, 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 da.
Terraform complete.
Near planetary trust. Pretty sure the rainfall patterns were altered. Near forest agency with this condenser, but whatever. Let's start on a farm momentarily. Could do that now, but I better off waiting one turn. Which case, yeah, sorry, I could do this now. Actually, if I go right into a farm, next turn it'll and not be quite done unless I get another farmer there instantly. Do I have a transport in the area? Not there. One in 3 chance if I use a transport to get the former here. If it fails, the transport can just load and go. Interesting. Give me a sec more. Yeah, no, whoops. I mean, I thought I said this before to myself, but I gotta get this condenser done, this nutrient resource. I keep forgetting or putting it off. And UN headquarters could use extra nutrients. Grow up to size 9 much faster that way. I'll add 3 nutrients there. And then I'll probably do another farm solar collector. There. Then maybe could do an echelon mirror here. It's as good as a solar collector, but eventually with the 3 surrounding solar collectors be better. Or do it on this rolling rainy tile. Reassign the tile to yeah, the UNHQ. Oh no, what am I saying? The reason I was going to do it here is because this tile probably won't work because it's flat. Buff the 2 solar collectors, it will. Well, it won't buff them until I lift the energy limits. And there's a chance, I'm not sure, forest could overgrow the solar collector. If they can't, they can't. Anyways. Condenser. I'm gonna lock that in just so I freaking know what I'm up to. something to guard this former. Do I have any units available? Oh, yeah, Forest Agency. I think. Boom. Third. No, nothing can quite reach it. Darn it. Oh. This can. Why do we even have a rover here? Oh, it's coming south anyhow. Cool. I need to defend this tile. Since these funguses tiles are both occupied. Although, probably want to reassign this to get support from somewhere it's not World Health Organization. This particular rover. Like the UNHQ. Wow, I am running out of mineral production here. I think you get the mineral production when the growth is, so it'll be up to 5. It'll be up to either 4 or 5 progress next turn. But I really should consider might switch it to probe team if I 2 years. Yeah, I'll switch that to a probe team before it completes, since they don't cost support. So don't completely choke you in HQ. Make it impossible for it to even get base facilities up to where they can hurry in reasonable time. Okay, rolling moist. Quite enough solar collectors around here. Okay, this base doesn't have any inefficiency yet. And yeah, the next solar collector tile works will be inefficient. Moist. Moist. Or rainy, actually. One's moist, though. Rainy. Moist. Anyways, time for a condenser, I think. When that's completed, to remember to swap over boom to boom. 2 energy for 2 nutrients. Maybe. And yeah. What to do with this transport? Give me a sec. I shouldn't have taken so long to think about that, but yeah. Guess this is fairly obvious-ish. Use the transport to get units south quicker. This is gonna have to stay on sentry duty. Can't leave the base undefended, or shouldn't. Shouldn't leave the transport undefended either, so one of these rovers needs to I was thinking wouldn't want to swap the support yet on this anyhow, because I don't have a farm done. One sec more. Oh yeah, that only took a sec to... Alright. I need that because... Well, it didn't work, but... Trying to hurry these... Be able to hurry these units back if need be. Good, that succeeded. Just gonna hurry that unit back quicker. Time to bring this home. Next turn I can enter the fungus right before everything else leaves. Should try and get to this fungus tile. Marginally more useful to have rovers move in here. Nice. Excuse me. So be comboing all the rovers back around this way into border agency. Which is just gonna have a bazillion rovers. I mean, that's good. There's a clear path without fungus right to Spartan territory to two bases I know about, and some would go out ahead, try and spot stacks if a war broke out before I probe teams. The rest would, you know, those ones might get killed, but would tell me where the enemy are, maybe lure them forward, and then the rest would hit their stacks hard. I want to hit them in force because you kill like 1 or 2 units in a stack, and all the rest are really low health due to collateral damage, so you want to mop them up before they can heal. Rovers are good for fast attacks. Anyways. Guess I could have gone boom, boom with that, couldn't I? Whoops. that there. Guess I can just follow the river. Um, I can actually follow that bed of the river to get to border agency quicker that way. It's easy to miss. There's a diagonal connection there on the coast if you're not looking. Maybe it's just me. Safer to heal in the base than the monolith, which is adjacent to potential mine worms. So if we can fall on the river if it unveils a mine worm, there's a rover right next to it to clean up if it dies. Clean up the worm, that is. Suppose I should notice this earlier. Probably want the former to do this tile, go through the base, and a farm here between the base and the monolith, which could also get a road so that our rovers can reach the monolith. In fact, if I go a road all the way out to the monolith, I can get to it much quicker. If the Spartans, say, start surrounding the base at some point, and they only have to clear whatever's here, and the monoliths and defend, they can heal back up instantly. In certain situations, but also attack bonus along roads, so it can help make sure I can keep the monolith clear of units or punish the Spartans for, going onto monolith tile. Anyhow, it's definitely a farm, so I can grow border agency. When I work that, I'll be at -2. Maybe I want a command center for rapid healing. Or children's creche for morale bonus and defense. Also efficiency and growth. Yeah, it'll probably pay for itself with an extra econ. The creche. But yeah, units in a base with Children's Creche fight at 1 morale level higher than their actual morale, so that's very useful for defending if it comes down to it. I try not to defend with rovers, but if I get a bunch of badly damaged ones, they can't disengage at below half health when they only have, or half or lower when they only have 1 move. They're too slow at that point, and at least don't suffer collateral. So it's a fallback option. I'm just not sure if I should. Do it. Hmm. Yeah, I probably should. Um, also, I need to do the whole thing of switching support to space. It's gonna make the laser squad not move at any speed at all, but I shouldn't say not move at any speed at all. It won't complete until the base grows and it gains more mineral income. Which might not be for all, especially because when this condenser completes, she'll direct extra minerals back to HQ. Cool. Get that river well soon. Next turn I can swap from working one of these to oh yeah, no, it has to work these or else it'll have a mineral shortfall. Shoot. Shoot. I was thinking I could get it to grow a little faster with the condenser thing. Yep, not actually worth it, but what I could do here at Monitoring Agency, sorry, I think it might have been while jarring and pause and then open the screen. Boom, for one turn. Since that one nutrient would essentially go to waste on this growth queue, I'm not actually losing nutrients, so it's an energy for a mineral, which is a good trade-off. If it takes a little while to pay back. Specifically, it's an econ energy for a mineral. It's something that'll probably get rushed, so definitely pays for itself. Oh, excuse me. I guess just not working that solar panel for a turn. I swap it back. Anyways, I'll have to remember to fix that later. Things like this I can forget. Don't know why that's loaded. But I'm going to load my, oh, wrong one, veteran into the transport here. Here I'm going to try and see if I can make this work. Darn it. No. Odds were not in my favor. 2/3 chance. Did not happen. In which case, the pot will move there on its own. Kind of should fall back here. For sure. Nope. I'm just gonna try and swap these because monitoring agency could use supporting one less unit. But I do need a scout patrol here to defend this transport. One here to defend the base. Didn't work out. Odds were in my favor yet again. May the odds always be in your favor. Except when they aren't. Alright, well, I have built up these tiles a lot. A little bit worried about defense. But I should probably be more worried about growing these bases. Give me a sec. I think this is where I paused. I was thinking about whether I wanted to do a condenser, help hydrology council grow faster. Definitely pay off. But there is this nutrient resource. So, yeah, condenser worth 2 nutrients. Versus here, let's see, it's 3. 1 for a farm, which gets to 4, and then 3 for a condenser. It's a couple turns of movement though, so Moville Council could better use the condenser for sure. Yeah, sorry, I had to think about it some more. Definitely want to do that soon, but I probably, because the transport here, what I end up doing is building a road here, and then going off this 2/3 chance the transport gets a tile, but 2/3 chance I get there, so only 4 nines. Just a little iffy of being spread too thin, trying to defend all this stuff. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to run through 6 or 7 different scenarios in my brain, which with my long COVID doesn't always go great to figure out what I probably want to do. The key thing is this minerals. I want to get working that with a borehole as soon as possible because I'm on the verge of war with the Spartans. Nutrients are good, but they take time to pay for themselves. So I'm going to do is get working on a road. It does seem it takes an extra turn when you do a road on a river. So flat terrain, 1 turn. Flat terrain with a river, 2. Um, hmm. But there's a transport right there anyway. Can speed them both up by a third of a turn. I need it for this for defense. So build the road. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to go do just a farm on this nutrient resource. Not make the bigger investment in a condenser because I'm going to try and get right to this minerals and get the borehole done. By the time the borehole's done, the alluvial counts will already be large enough to worth the borehole, at least size 2. So it'll be able to keep growing past that, and I can just spit out some units and have them ready, hopefully in time for the Spartans. Uh, defense first. Pretty sure I'm going to have a war with them soon. And one of the reasons is if I start sending probe teams, one of them's going to get caught eventually, trying to steal techs from them, and that's going to lead them to declare war on me almost for sure. I should steal as much as I can to be as prepared as I can for the war, trying to avoid getting caught. So I think I can steal 2 techs without risking getting caught, and after that, probably want to keep stealing more. Pump them for wherever techs I can before I conquer them. Other factions would be hard to steal because it'd be further away, and I don't necessarily want war with them because I want to trade with them. I may also do things like thought control base, which will obviously lead to war. The point is I use the probe teams for. Actually, I think if I do that, I lose integrity. But either way, sooner or later, they're going to declare war. I can't afford to focus too much in the long run. The short run, if I die, or have a war that's far more costly than it needs to be because I wasn't prepared enough. So, of course, I could do all this and find I'd just roll right over the Spartans. It's like, I was way too nervous for no reason. That could happen. Could happen. Put this recon rover on sentry duty. Next turn I can build a alluvial council. Transport's got my most variant unit, because if a war breaks out earlier than expected, I'll want that. Move it with the stack. Get down here. As long as I can hit their first attack hard. I'm very nervous about it breaking out earlier, because the Spartans may just contact me and demand tribute, and I'm just going to tell them no. It's just not worth it at this point, I don't think, to delay things. I'll roll the dice of wait as long as I can. Heck, I can still probe team them when I'm at war with them, although probe teams that get caught that way get killed. So, actually, maybe I do want to, if they last for a little, just so my probe teams don't die. Still be useful after I beat them against our factions. And I can give them synth metal armor and use them as defenders of tiles on the open. I think they can defend tiles then against mine worms, if nothing else. Could be wrong. Anyhow. Hmm. Considering whether I want a unit a little further forward that's hardened. So if it's tapped by my worms, just one so it can disengage. Yeah, I'll do better. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that disengage is virtually guaranteed. Could be wrong. Against mine worms, not necessarily against units that can hit them for a ton of damage each round. If the recon rover fights mine worm, disengages because it gets down to half health. Other rovers can finish off the mine worm, which is more could be weakened against a higher morale rover. So just one there. It's also more forward position, so the Spartans do attack. I can get it close to the border quicker just to scout for incoming stacks. Right. Since I'm not going to probably move it further for now, we'll just put in Sentry Duty. It's also Guardian Tile will eventually improve, so cool. One less unit to have to move later. Transport unguarded. Not good. That unit will defend. Can't get in the transporter. The transport becomes the one that. Of course, now the base is unguarded. Ah, mesa tiles. These are nothing special. At least not here. I think expansion, maybe they do something, but I'm not sure. Scout patrol along. Hmm. It's got mobility, the Uni rover. So if it gets tapped by my worm on the way back, it can always disengage. If I don't support these guys, and they pop a pod or run into a Spartan unit, yeah, I'll just go there. If there's any I should send back, it's probably the recon rover. If I need to fight the Spartans, maybe. Here, got transport, working on a condenser, working on a farm, which will lead to a farm mine. Space has so many nutrients produced or incoming, it doesn't need any more condensers or any more farm condenser tiles for sure. So this would definitely be a farm mine. This condenser is just to support that. Won't be warped, although it could for 3 nutrients if I really need it. Because it'd be a rainy tile with the condenser. I'll probably get forest in these tiles, which would be rainy at that point. And eventually can grow on the condenser tile. Eventually. Is something to consider. Sorry, that took me way too long. Clearly my thought processes are really slowing down as I get tired. Long COVID. Much like I imagine the planet's thought processes to slow down when I destroy enough xenofungus. But yeah, I need to get this transport to where it can be used militarily. As much as using it for formers and stuff is nice. I built these mainly for war. Having more formers and colony pods is more cost effective for civilian use. These are just, dual use stuff that can be used for military and civ. But yeah, I need to get south. It's the furthest one, I think, from the front. From here, there's some hope of getting it there if I start moving now. So. Hmm. Of course, I really don't like leaving that undefended, but most of my worms will go right for the bases, so there's very low chance of it getting attacked. Hey, it's got a teeny tiny chance of winning if it is attacked. And getting veterancy for sure, almost, if that happens. Although, if I did have a rover that could get out there. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I just want to put here. Yeah, I should have just guarded that instead of moving to the base. Oh well. Let's keep looking for the university or whoever might be on this island. Maybe the believers. They'll like me if I go fundamentalist. Could be no one spawned here, of course.
Request confirmation.
Oh yeah, let's see what this has in store. Probably should have moved a few units before, since can spawn an alien artifact to think what's on the coast and it can move on the land.
Bot recovered.
25 energy, really? Alright. Keep exploring. I guess. Looks like there's fungus here. This fungus shows signs that it spreads. This isn't the last tile of it, so if I want to keep exploring on the coast, I have to push through a bunch of fungus there. Bloody. Should at least see what the land looks like. How far the fungus goes. Not loving the mossy fungus. Not loving it at all. But what can you do? Hate how hard it is to tell where I've explored and where I haven't. I should probably go east. Doubt there's anything here the Spartans haven't found by now. Hmm. Alright. Oh, that's probably the closest. Get this recon rover to Monolith. From Forest Agency. Of course, this will soak all its movement.
Turn complete.
Yeah, I'll go there. Because I can still reach that monolith on one move from there. If I need to back up civil rights against mine worms or something weird. That'll be better. Where this rover gets tapped and dies. Go one move in, 1/3 of a move in, tap the mine worm, get back to headquarters to heal. Or, well, actually, at that point, 1/3, get the civil rights to heal. What am I saying? Monolith to heal it. Oof, oof. Let's see. That grew. Ocean's Duke grows soon, as does the HQ. Pretty sure it's everything. Mountain Command completes its last scout patrol until it can increase its size, which require improving nutrient yields around it. Ocean Command. Ocean's Duke grows, but oh, yeah, the fungus will get removed just in time. Yeah, space is about to have a drone. Best do the rec commons for what? It doesn't actually, well, just for the getting work on the recon rover sooner, I guess.
Request confirmation.
Well. Reduce the amount the Spartans can demand if worse comes to worse. And I don't want to fight them. Change my mind. Bought 3 rows there.
Request confirmation. Request confirmation.
I'm saving a lot of energy for unit upgrades. Because it's definitely 30 to upgrade a recon rover. I'm pretty sure it's 20 to upgrade a laser squad, and it's 10 or 20 to upgrade a transport. I have a lot of units to upgrade. So.
Request confirmation.
Try not to hurry. Anything over 6 minerals on the rovers.
Request confirmation.
Okay. And Defense Command approves the transport just in time to help this rover. Get back south. Or you know what? I am pretty iffy about the size of my navy, and I could use a little ability to bombard the Spartans from the sea. Don't have that many bases that can actually produce naval units. I'm going to replace that with another skim ship. And then do a rovers after.
Request confirmation.
And I will hurry this. Mainly so I can get the skim ship done sooner. Not because the transport's really worth it, but the skim ship's a high priority. Might have a swing by Maritime Command for the for support from it. Since I'm running out of minerals for support at Defense Command. Cool. Skim ship, I'm saying I might have to swim by. Although I could do the transport actually instead. First. Yeah, I might want to do that so the skim ship can be done sooner. Alright, well. Save. Let's this turn. Man, I do not want to forget about this. So.
Production complete. Production complete.
Starting that skim ship.
Production complete.
Rovers.
Production complete. Production complete.
Obtaining a gold mage for whatever the heck it's worth, which not really anything in terms of energy anyhow. But more importantly, getting the recon rovers sooner. Oop, sorry about the mic bump.
Terraform complete.
Wait, what? Oh, that one already went in the queue. Oh, cool. I could use the transport to support the former for a turn now I think of it. Probably worth it. So many things to do with the formers. Former turns are actually worth more than I'm probably estimating them to be. Instead of trying to get south immediately, is to speed this up by one turn. And that was a fail, that's why I'm doing the road here. Agency can switch back to this. No more wasted food. This squad's got 4 progress. They'll probably swap to a probe team anyways. No, I know it won't. So it grows it off 2 minerals from a forest. Or 1 if I work that tile. Probably a forest. Get the laser squad done. Get started on the second one. The Spartans will be I'll need some infantry to take their bases, and that is, and it's cheaper to upgrade impact squad than recon rover to an impact rover. Alright. Support from here. So that way the skin ship gets done in reasonable time. Could switch. Defense command to... Yeah, maybe that laser scrim ship should actually do other things. Get support from here. Maybe. Work that. Transfer foil in 3 turns.
Request confirmation.
To get the skim ship back to defend it if I'm going for that, actually. I just want to see if there's anything on this island, though. God. Guess not. It's even unpopped pod. Guess no one spawned here. Well, I best get back then. Alright. Oh yeah, man command grew, so let's keep doing scout patrols. It's the rover that
Request
will
confirmation.
definitely go here next turn. Can load right back in, start returning immediately. Protect the transport since it managed that move. Or they could have traveled inside the... Oh shoot. That's such an obvious mistake. It's not even funny. Alright, reload.
Turn complete.
Sorry to
Production complete.
do that for the force, but
Production complete. Production complete. Production complete. Production complete. Terraform complete.
Don't know why this forest expanded. Might have been to rolling moist tile. Doesn't matter. It's almost a problem, but not really. So we're gonna do that for the forest. It gets in the way of movement, but it does get minerals back if I clear it. Oh, that's why this traveled with this scout patrol. Duh. It was inside the transport because it was on sentry duty. It's like, why? Came from oceans too. Yeah, I'm gonna send it south. What? No. This is what you should work. Maybe not. Tile, which I've given to health authorization in the past. Oh. Hmm. Just stop working this point. Work that. Or, no, I could do this for a turn. Not for a turn. That give me more energy. Just got to remember to swap it next turn. Ah, more thing to remember. I'll probably forget. Oh wait, then I get eco damage. Never mind that. Never mind that at all. Base grows. Maybe I'll work the and sort of avoid eco damage. I think I can do that. Anyhow, putting that off means this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Hmm. It occurs to me that I need a unit to defend there. Wasn't a mistake before, I just accidentally loaded a unit. I didn't mean to. That's fine. There's a 2/3 chance that wouldn't happen. And this can defend here for a turn.
Request confirmation.
Hurry this. We won't support the skim ship here because I don't want to reduce minerals to 0. Alright, and escape. I'll raise it. This transport won't be at the front when I need it, just so I can help this former to go north. Save a turn. Excuse me. Hmm. Got a bloody recon rover on the rocks. Oof. It's not good. I'll send this here. Could free up one of these rovers quickly if needed, but I'd like it to get to Monolith first. And take any longer, I'm gonna have to split this video in 2. So, as much as it's not perfect, I think it's very slow anyhow. That's enough. Oh, let me do the one thing I'll probably forget. Boom, boom. Alright, done. Almost forgot it. Wish you folks all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star video. Until next time, this is
Please
Northstar.
don't go.
Adieu.